Hey. Okay, bro, I'm freaking out right now. I'm freaking out. I was not expecting this. All right, I didn't even realize it at first. Like, as you can see, obviously I have notifications on, but this was uploaded 7 minutes ago. I am on top of this shit. All right, I am on top of it. But I was just over here recording gameplay for my new Xenoblade 2 challenge run that I'm doing, which is absolute bullshit, by the way. Beating Xenoblade 2 Bringer of Chaos without using arts. It's a hell of a lot harder than I thought. The whole game was basically easy up until the damn Malos fight in Mortha. Bro, I wanted to break my Joy-Cons. This shit is frustrating. But yeah, I recorded for like 2 hours. I got pissed off, so I just took a break. Checking my phone, all my notifications and shit. I didn't even realize I got the notification for this video, but it didn't like register until a couple minutes later. I was like, oh shit, that's Wuthering Waves. That's literally Wuthering Waves. And I just like to call it Wuthering, like W-U-B-E-R-I-N-G, Wuthering, because it just sounds funny. But I was like, oh shit, that's Wuthering. That's literally a video on Wuthering, part 2 to the dev talk. So y'all already know, as soon as I got that notification, I immediately set up my mic and set everything up to record and go over this shit. Now, I have not watched this yet, as you can obviously tell. So this is gonna be like my live reaction to this shit. I have not watched it or anything, so I'm going in this blind and we go watch this together. Oh, I'm so hyped for this. Y'all don't even understand, but let's go. This intro is still so fucking clean. Go, let's fucking go.
Hello， 大
Combat
家好，
system.
我是明朝的战斗策划高月朗，很高兴在这里和大家分享明朝的情报。这次由我来给大家介绍明朝战斗的相关内容。
Let's go.
在明朝的战斗中，我们漂泊者是有较丰富的操作维度的。无论你是喜欢体验故事的剧情党，还是喜欢自由探索的探险家，都可以游刃有余地应对每一场战斗。而如果你喜欢挑战连段、出刀、挖掘游戏的极限操作，我们也为你准备了充足的发挥空间。简而言之，我们想实现的是轻度与深度并存的战斗体验。在明朝的核心战斗系统方面，每一位可操作的共鸣者，除了基础的普通攻击、共鸣技能和作为大招存在的共鸣解放之外，还有独属于该角色的特殊机制，比如散华。
Okay, and before we even get into this, I'm gonna be comparing it a lot to Genshin. First, because that's, you know, what I'm most familiar with in terms of open world gacha games. And second, the combat is already very similar to Genshin. So I don't really know if Genshin was the first to be like an open world gacha game like it is, but it's very obvious to tell that many open world gacha games after it took a lot of inspiration from it, considering how wildly successful Genshin has been. So obviously they're gonna try to take inspiration from it, like a lot of games did for Breath of the Wild. So I'm gonna be comparing this to Genshin only in terms of because it'll help me and maybe y'all make better sense of the combat and how it works. And no, this is not the Genshin killer, all right? I'm tired of that shit. Every time a new open world game comes out, all these journalists, is this the Genshin killer? Is this the Genshin killer? Genshin is so big that nothing can kill Genshin except Genshin itself. All right? There's no way Genshin is being killed by anything other than itself. I just want to get that shit out there.
每一位可操作的共鸣者，除了基础的普通攻击、共鸣技能
normal attacks, resonance skills, and then resonance liberation. So auto attacks, skills, and elemental bursts, basically.
大招存在的共鸣解放之外，还有独属于该角色的特殊。
Also, special mechanic unique to each individual character. Yeah, like a lot of characters in Genshin do have.
机制，比如散华可以通过长按
Charging Shanhua. Okay, yes. Talk about Shanhua. I love this. Alright, Shanhua is already one of my favorite characters in the game. Her and Yan Yan. Yeah, I do like Shanhua a lot. Apparently it's Sanhua, not Shanhua with an H, S-H. Okay, So we get official spelling, and by extension pronunciation of her name, Sanhua, something like that. But there's no H after the S, which I'm gonna get a little used to. I'm kind of used to calling her Shanhua. I think it just sounds better that way. So I'm gonna just continue to call her that, even though the correct spelling is Sanhua, no second H. But her charging her normal attack.
蓄力在特定时机精准释放，打出特殊的重击，而特殊重击可以引爆散滑技能以及大招留下的冰晶
Okay,
准
wait,
释
run
放。
that back? Okay, these subtitles are going by way too quick. I have a hard time reading
特
as
殊
it
机
is.
制，比如散滑可以通过长按
Charging
攻击键蓄
Sanhua's
力，在
normal
特
attack and unleashing
定
it at
时
the
机
right
精准释
moment.
放，打出
A special charged attack can be performed in
特殊的重
addition.
击，而特殊重
This charge attack can also shatter and detonate ice
重
shards
击可以
left
引爆散滑技能以及大招。
by her resonance skill and resonance liberation. Okay, so I guess basically her her skill, her resonance skill and resonant burst leaves behind ice shards, and then whenever she uses a charge attack, it will basically, shatter those ice shards, dealing ice damage, I'm assuming. And I know in Genshin, just think of it as Nilou, the new, for those of y'all who play Genshin and know what I'm talking about, it's kind of like Nilou. With her skill, she can hold like 3 charges, and depending on whether she charges the attack or just does a normal attack, it's like a big, beefier, buffed up version of the attack. Oh, she only gets 3 of them, so it's kind of like this. Use the charge or use the skill or burst to build up like these ice shards, and then when you charge attack, they shatter and deal ice damage. So yeah, I guess the best example I can think of is Nilou right now, unless I like really wanted to sit here and just think of a character, but then I'd just be sitting here in silence for a couple minutes, and I know y'all don't want to sit through that. But yeah, if I think of it like throughout the video, then I will bring it up. But right now, the best example I can give is like Nilou, or say better yet, perfect, like Yanfei. When Yanfei uses her burst or her skill, or just her regular auto attacks, she'll build up like 3, I think they're called sacred seals, and then that powers up her charged attack. So if you just do a regular charge attack without sacred seals, it's like a little fire. It's in the shape of a weight. It's like a little fire weight that drops on the enemy. But if you have 3 sacred seals, then it's like a bigger, more, a lot bigger weight that drops on the enemy. So it's kind of like Yanfei. That's basically, it's basically like Yanfei, which I do like Yanfei a lot. I really only use her for pyro damage when I'm grinding out artifacts for Ganyu, because cryo is immune to cryo, and I don't really have anything to counter cryo except for Yanfei and Zhongling, and it takes way too long to build up Zhongling's pyronado, get the particles. Mind you, I don't have like optimized builds for anybody. I'm trying to get the right artifacts for Ganyu, and then I gotta pull for Raiden in like 20 days, so I'm scared about that. But the new hero Faruzan, I think that's her name, the new 4-star, she's really fun, and so is Scaramouche, so I kind of want to pull for them, but I also kind of want to wait for Raiden Shogun, since she's like my second favorite character in the game, and I'm going off about Genshin, which is not what y'all are here about, so talk about that in a different video. But yeah, here Shanhua, she's basically like Yanfei.
留下的冰晶，从而造成大量的伤害。除去战斗系统操作的深度，我们也在思考如何拓宽战斗策略的广度，并且提升战斗的观赏性。所以，我们引入了队伍 QTE 和协奏反应这两个，并且提升战斗
We have 2 new
观赏性。所以
，2 new features: Team Resonance
引入了
QTEs
队伍 QTE 和协奏
and Concerto effect. Okay, so Team Resonance QTE. That's okay. So it's kind of obvious now that there's going to be 4 characters we can switch between, again, like Genshin, there's four separate characters we can have in one team, and we can switch between with a different button. So I'm guessing the QTE, like the team, what was it called? Team Resonance QTE is basically going to be like a big all-out attack of all the team members, kind of like a chain attack in Xenoblade. So I think the whole party is going to come together doing one big QTE attack. And concerto effect, I'm not sure, but I'm sure he's going to explain both of these, and I'm going to be wrong. So let's watch. When a character on the field uses their skill or Trellic, which I'm still confused as to what Trellic is. I think he explained it in the last video, but that was like a month ago. Alright, I don't remember this. Also, yes, this character, I forgot her name. I do know all the names of all the characters, but I can't remember hers right now. But she plays a lot like Klee. I think, no, it was some other character. Not the pink character right here, but there was a different character. She played almost exactly like Klee from Genshin. So a lot of the play styles of a lot of the characters in Wuthering, I'm just gonna call it Wuthering because it sounds funny. A lot of the characters from Wuthering have the same or similar play styles to characters from Genshin. So if you play Genshin, then you'll easily be able to tell like the similarities between some of the play styles of certain characters. Okay, so whenever you use a skill or what Trellic, concerto energy is filled. Like it fills a gauge. So it's a lot like, okay, I'm gonna let him finish real quick. Once the energy reaches a certain level, character not on the field will enter a resonance state. Okay, before it gets into that, it's kind of like bursts in Genshin. Every time you use a skill or a certain effect of your weapon, goes into effect, you'll get a particle. And when you get a particle, that fills your burst gauge. And once that's full, you're able to use your burst. But in this game, when you collect concerto energy and the gauge reaches a certain level, characters not on the field, so the other 3 characters in your party, will enter a resonance state. During this time, you can switch to such character onto the field using QTE to trigger a concerto effect, not only weakening your foes but also enhancing your character's abilities. Okay, so the concerto effect is basically just buffs. Once your concerto gauge reaches a certain level, then you can use a QTE to switch into one of your other party members who has the concerto effect and basically apply buffs to that character and debuffs to the enemy. That's kind of nice. More smoother, more
更加轻松以及华丽。期待之后各位漂泊者们的各种神仙操作集锦。
See, they said we look forward to seeing highlights and montages of combos performed and shared by our players in the future. So that means like Kudo is going to be like but they're going to be kind of active and involved in the fan base or in the fandom, because they're going to be looking forward to seeing all the combos and everything that players do. So they're going to be like they're going to be kind of in with the fan base, which is really cool. I kind of like when developers are like a part of the fandom that they made and they're like actively contributing to it. It's really cool to see. Like if I were like a game developer, I'd be up in there just like I'm a fan, and like I'd be interacting with all the fans and everything, and talking with them and doing all this other stuff as if like I was one of them. So that's just really nice to see.
除此之外，战斗系统还具备
The Trellic system used to capture and utilize TDs. What are TDs? Okay, so the Watrelic system, I think someone else in the comments of my last video mentioned this, and they explained it, that Watrelic system is to like capture enemy spirits or some after you defeat them. Something. It's in the comment of the last video. But TDs, I'm pretty sure like the enemies. Not sure. But the Watrelic system will also
为了一项特别的深海
play a key role within the
系统，
combat
这
system.
点我们暂时保留悬念，后面再为大家深入。
Oh no! Okay, they're not gonna talk about it here, but the Watrelic system is gonna get its own entire video, as it deserves an episode of its own in the future. So we're gonna get a whole video just explaining the Watrelic system. Oh, I'm so hyped for that. I am so hyped for that shit.
深入讲解。明朝目前的玩法还处于比较初级的阶段，在技术测试后，我们收到了很多的反馈，我们也马上开始了针对性的优化。比如说，我们了解到有很多玩家感觉战斗中画面抖动太强会带来不适，而我们也针对这一点进行了重点优化，从打击振频幅度调整、振频叠加优先级以及镜头移动的平滑等多方面制定了。
See, all of this just goes to show how much they actually care about the game and like the player feedback and how enjoyable it will be for the players. They're like actually taking into account the criticism and working on fixing that. And they actually care about how the game comes out and performs for the players. Because the better game you have, the more people are going to like it. The more people are going to like it, the more people it brings in. The more people it brings in, the more money you make from it. The more money you make from it, the more you get to better the game. The more you get to better the game, it's a whole cycle. So y'all are happy because y'all are making hella money off it, and then the player base is happy because y'all are making the game better for them to play. It's just a win-win. It's so wholesome. I love this shit.
了优化的计划，同时我们也会继续探索明朝战斗循环的可能性，在新的角色机制和配合上做出一些不一样的体验，比如拥有空中连招或者是后台协同等新的机制的角色，来增加队伍构成的策略和深度。同时对生害器呢进行全面的设计优化，让它能和角色本身的机制和操作都有更加紧密的结合。我相信动作性是明朝的一大。
Bro, this game looks so fucking beautiful. I can't wait for the finished product of the game. And how just like flashy the combat's gonna be and how aesthetic the combat's gonna be and all of that. I love like really flashy and aesthetically pleasing, combat, which is a big reason why I like Genshin so much. The combat in Genshin looks all flashy and so cool to do. Like if you see a high level abyss play, then it's just like shit. I want to be able to do that one day. You just see everything going on, just brrr, like screen clutter. I love the screen clutter. It's great. Because then when you're pulling it off, you look like you're good at the game. It's just so great.
特点，大家对后续的战斗系统一定会有更多的期望与要求。我们团队也是如此要求自己的。战斗的迭代和优化是无止境的。 我们会继续好好倾听玩家的诉求，持续打磨好战斗的基础品质，给大家带来更好的战斗体验。
Bro, look! What did I tell you? Oh my god! Oh my god! Yeah, this game, bro. This game. Oh my god! It's already. Is that Nairo? No, but it's already. Oh my god, this game is beautiful. Did y'all see that? Like, I have the fattest smile on my face. And if there's any background noise, there's a fan on, so I don't really know how loud that is. Hopefully it's not getting picked up. But, oh, I was not expecting this to drop at all. I kind of forgot about these dev talks, not gonna lie. But, I got the notification and I looked at it and I saw it. It said Wuthering Waves, and I didn't really like connect. It didn't click in my head for a second. I was like, oh, that's nice. And then it took me a second to realize it was like, wait, oh shit, new Wuthering video. episode 2 of the Dev Talk. I have to cover this immediately. And that's what I did. So, yeah, that was insane. Fuck, this game just looks better and better with each video. And like, oh my god, they're just actively taking player feedback and making changes and polishing the game to make it better. And it just feeds into that whole cycle I was talking about. So I'm really feeling it with this game. I'm really excited for this game. I feel like this is gonna be the one that stands out from all the other open world JRPGs coming out. Not JRPGs, but gachas. Tower of Fantasy, Zenless Zone Zero, whenever that comes out. There's a couple other open world gacha games coming out. Wait, how did I even find out about what Wuthering? I know I explained it in my other Wuthering videos, but now I forgot. I know it was like way back in May when it was first like revealed. I don't remember. I think I was watching a video about new upcoming gacha open world gacha games. Either that or it was like in some type of, I think it was at E3. I don't remember how I found out about this game, but ever since I've just been actively following it and keeping up with the updates. And I feel like this is the one. This is going to be the one that stands out from all the other open world gacha games coming out. So hopefully this will be up there with Genshin as one of the biggest. I don't think anything's going to pass Genshin anytime soon, if ever. But I'm really hoping that Wuthering is going to be up there with it and competing with it. Cause god damn, bro, this game looks so fucking beautiful. But yeah, that's really about it. So as always, thanks for watching. Have a damn good day. Stay safe, be well, and play some goddamn Xenoblade.